Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal match reaction. Arsenal 2, Bayern 2, draw at the Emirates. We have to say advantage to Bayern Munich. Obviously we're going to their place next week. Obviously they have the advantage. Tough game. After you play a Champions League game like that, it reminds you of everything that you did in the Champions League before. You really do feel like you've actually played the Champions League game. That was not easy, but the only advantage I can say is we've now seen what to expect. You already knew what to expect from Bayern, but you've now really seen what to expect from them, and we should know exactly what to do next week. The open game, the get a chance, we get a chance, get a chance, we get a chance. We cannot play like that at their place. My goodness, Sane is so quick. There's a point of that game I was not just looking at where the hell Sane was, because he's so quick. Literally, he'll pass everyone. Now we already know in the second leg we need to start Jesus. Tomiyasu needs to start on the left side. We need to know all that. Let me know what you made of the game. The performance. Are you okay with the draw? Do you still feel like we can go there and get another draw? Probably go all the way to penalties. Do you feel like we can go there and win? Do you think it was a penalty on Saka at the end? Saka looked a bit mad. He looked like he really wanted a penalty for that. Do you guys think it was a penalty or not? We salvaged the draw. I was thinking a loss would have been a nightmare, because going there and beating them, it would have been that hard. But going there and getting a draw is still possible for us. We are very good away from home, and if we play our game and go there and defend well, we should be able to not concede more than one goal there. Let's hope, but it's not going to be easy, man. It's not going to be easy, especially after playing against Aston Villa on the weekend. It's not going to be easy at all. Obviously, it's advantage Bayern Munich. We already know that. Let me know what you guys made of the game, what you made of the lineup. Are you happy with the lineup that was put out today, or are you not happy with that? So somehow I don't have the lineup today, but let me see what you guys are saying. Let's see. I'll come to the match reaction a bit. Let's see what you guys are saying. Raymond says errors in defense cost us the win tonight. The inexperience in our players was a little evident with some unusual nervousness. Otherwise, I take the draw big game at the Allianz Arena. Spot on with everything that you said. I would definitely take a draw than a loss. A loss would have been devastating. A draw, we still have a chance. You just need to go there and defend the way we've been defending all season. We might have to play the same tactics we played against FC Porto, try and get a goal and defend. But now we do know which players we should start and which players we shouldn't start in the second leg. We do know all that. Alista Draw says, Rajab. Ray says there was a lot of tons of defensive errors in our game too. Says, I think he's a Real Madrid fan. Better game, Gunners, says Amadou. Eddie says they still hope we shall beat them at their ground. Yeah, they still hope for sure. You need to have a perfect performance though. Any chance you get, you score and you defend very, very well. Like they have their players back now. They're bringing the likes of Coman off the bench, and at the end we are a bit lucky because they did hit the post as well. Bashim says they robbed us. Clear penalty. Our defense was a little bit poor, but it's high time to make Partey and Timber into the game. Says Stanslers. Partey did come on and make a couple of mistakes, but I do agree. Some of you have said, listen, it's because he wasn't on for too long. That is also true. He hadn't gotten into the game yet, so that could also be true. But I don't think Jorginho played poorly. I'll tell you the guys who I think it was a bit tough for them later on. Good results, but I hate that referee and his colleague, says Solomon. Kivia wasn't playing for some weeks. That's why it cost us, but I'm still confident to win second leg because we were better in everything. Listen, I still don't think Kiva is a bad player. I don't think Tomiyasu is a bad player. I don't think Zinchenko is a bad player, but I feel like everyone really does have his game. And I don't think Kivio today was his game. That's why I didn't put him in my lineup. I thought Sane, Nabri, Coman, you have to put Tomiyasu there. One-on-one marking, it would be better. You saw how Sane absolutely ripped Kivio to shreds because he's very quick. So if he turns you, that's it. You're not going to catch him. Alex says they denied us a penalty. We messed up, and I'm just embarrassed after my prediction, says Charles. It's anyone's game now after the draw, but I think Bayern has a better day in it than us, Arsenal now. We are going to beat them. I have got that feeling, says Solomon. Poor ref all the way through the game, says Lee. Kivio mistakes made the difference, says Felix. Definite penalty, says Lee. Drawing with Bayern is good, man. Didn't expect, but big up, boys. Actually, we can defeat them at their field. I'm going to come to the rest of the comments. I think going to their place and winning is going to be very, very hard. I think we can get a draw, but winning is going to need a perfect performance. And by a draw, I mean do the same thing we did with FC Porto. Probably take it all the way to penalties and hope that we have better penalty takers on the day than them. That will be very hard. That's 120 minutes at their place. Last time we had 120 minutes at our place. So it's not going to be easy at the Allianz. They usually thump teams, 8 goals and all that. So Kivi and Gabriel cost us tonight, says Emmanuel. Manuel. Partey needs to start the next game, says Al Haji. So I'll probably agree with that. So in terms of the lineup today, I forgot to upload I was so nervous, I literally forgot to upload the the lineup graphic. I was so nervous that I couldn't even upload it. So, but you guys know the lineup. So today, Mikel Arteta went with Ryan goal. We know he's the one who's going to play, no one else. We went to the back four of Kivio, Ben White, Gabriel, and Saliba. For me, I would have got it Tomiyasu. That is what I had in my lineup. Midfield, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard. No problem with that. Whoever was going to start between Partey and Jorginho. I don't think Jorginho played badly. And then up front, we went with Saka, Martinelli, and also Havertz up front. So the thing was, I think I predicted Arsenal to get 3 goals in this game, but I did say Bayern will definitely score in this game. So, but then that was before I saw Bayern Munich's lineup. Yesterday, I saw Bayern Munich's lineup that had traveled, and I was like, okay, they have the likes of Coman back, Gnabry is there, Sane is back, and all those guys are back. We might not get a clean sheet against them. We might have to try and get a 4-3 rather than a 1-0 because they're going to score. They are very good attacking players. Their problem is defensively. I don't think we took enough advantage of that because Alphonso Davies got an early yellow card and didn't really take advantage of that. So in terms of the lineup, not a big problem apart from Kivio and Tomiyasu, but Kivio, as people have said, he's been playing well, so it's not a big deal. Kivio has been playing well, so I would expect him to, not get dominated for the game, although Sane is quick, so positioning and all that needs to be great. So the game actually started well. Martinelli had a shot. We were pressing so well. We took the ball away from them a couple of times. They were making mistakes, and Davies literally fouled Saka like 3 times in the opening 8 minutes. He got booked for it, the perfect start. You get booked in the first 8 minutes of the game against Saka. That is perfect. He's going to attack you more and more and more, and you're probably going to commit a few more fouls and hopefully get a red card or something, but we didn't actually do that. But what we did is to take the lead a couple of minutes later. Some beautiful play once again from Odegaard. Very, very good pass over to Ben White. I think Ben White got the assist for Saka. And Saka at the biggest stage. Very, very good finish from Bukayo Saka to make it 1-0 to Arsenal. Exactly what he needed to score early in this game. Bayern will try and attack you, and you have chances to get a second and a third goal. You need to take advantage of that, but that was the perfect time to start to score a goal inside the first 12 minutes. Absolutely perfect. And very good finish from Saka, very good build-up from Ben White and Odegaard. Our left side is good. We've been changing it a lot. Sometimes it's Trossard, sometimes it's Martinelli, sometimes it's Zinchenko, sometimes it's Kivio. But on the right side, we have a consistent 3. It's Ben White, Odegaard, and Saka. And most of our goals come from that side because they have a very good connection. And that's why sometimes when you saw when Odegaard missed a game, Saka is a bit lost. When Saka misses a game, Ben White is a little bit lost. When Ben White misses a game, Saka is a little bit lost because they have that connection. I'm looking at that penalty again. I don't know, man. I'm still like 50-50, but I don't know why he would have fallen down there, man. I don't understand. So the connection is there on the right side. So to score a goal on that right side, and Davies is on a yellow card, I was thinking, listen, we are now 1-0 up, try and attack that side more and more and more, and maybe get Davies to get a red card. And we actually got a chance 2 minutes later. Odegaard with some neat play again, a ball to Ben White. Ben White one-on-one chance he missed. Now, that chance, it fell to the wrong person. I wish it fell to like a Saka or an Odegaard or someone. It fell to the wrong person. I don't think Ben White has ever gotten a one-on-one chance in his life. Maybe one or something. He doesn't get one-on-one chances, so I didn't really expect him to score from that position. But in a game like this against Bayern Munich, you need to score. You need to score those chances. You're not going to get too many. And if you miss too many, they are very capable of getting a chance or 2. And by that point, it was 1-0, and I think Arsenal had like 8 shots and Bayern had 0. So it was looking really good. Like, man, we can keep on going like this. They're going to attack us, and you can get a second goal. But things went wrong after that, and it was a mistake. Now, it was just a calamity of mistakes, and it was not even just one mistake. And we've kind of cut down on the mistakes this season. You don't make too many mistakes. But if you watch literally every single goal that Arsenal concede, it comes from a mistake. We can go all the way to the game where I played Fulham at the beginning of the season. Saka mistake against Fulham. The next game, Havertz mistake against Man United. A few weeks later, Zinchenko mistake against Wolves. A few weeks later, Raya mistake against a different team. Like, it's very rare that a team like dominates us and passes does rings around us and they score. We always make a mistake, and today that's the only way Bayern would have scored from that point on, and he literally gifted them, and that was a calamity of mistake. Literally a chain of mistakes. Raya, I don't know where the hell Raya was going, because if he stayed in his goal, I'm sure Gabriel would have passed the ball to him, because you could see Gabriel was looking behind and he saw there was no Raya, and then he turned and gave a pass to Kivio. So first mistakes comes from Raya. I'm coming out of his goal line, because that just confuses everything. Now he does that, yes, but Gabriel, after turning, that is still on his left foot, he still should be able to pick out the pass to Kivio. And Kivio, you could see he wasn't even expecting the pass. He was looking elsewhere after Gabriel, when Gabriel was making that pass. So it's just a calamity of mistake from players who've been very comfortable recently. The ball drops to Kivio, he loses it, and from that point on, you can see the quality. Like that through pass from, was it Sane or someone? That through pass to, I think it was Goretzka, incredible through pass. He literally put Declan Rice out of the game, and then Gnabry makes a run. We didn't expect it. Through ball, kept himself onside. Maybe Ben White would have done better with the onside. Trying to play onside. And Gnabry is never going to miss that 1-1. And the guy celebrated as well. Shame on you. But yeah, we did chase him away from Arsenal. To be fair, he didn't want to leave. We are the ones who chased him. But 1-1 to 1-1, exactly what you didn't need. That was their first shot on goal. You had already had like 7 shots at that point on. And from that point on, it becomes very, very hard, because still a 50-50 game, and that's when now you start hearing things like Bayern Munich have more experience than Arsenal. They know how to handle this stage. Arsenal don't really know what to do. Should they go for a second goal? Should they defend a little bit more? And Nachta was furious when we gave away that goal, because if we don't give them that goal and they get a penalty, that basically is the only way they could score. Like for them to cut us open, they didn't happen a lot today, apart from that time come and hit the post. Counter-attack is because you are really trying to score a goal to equalize, and they get more chances. But if we have the lead until halftime, you can keep it tight at the back. But at that point on, they were not playing our game. We were now starting to play their game. Open game, attack, we attack, we attack. And that's where now the experience comes in. We are trying to play them at their game. Okay, they're attacking also. Let's also try and attack. And that's not really our game. Our game is control the ball, create chances when you can't defend well. And Ben White was in the other side of the pitch. Saliba was making runs to the other side of the pitch. They were getting a lot of space in behind us, and that is exactly what you didn't need. And that they caught us out once again, and with a counter attack, again, that is where Kivio, that's very poor defending from Kivio. I know Sane is very, very good, very, very quick, but that was extremely poor defending from him. Extremely poor defending from Kivio. Sane turned him very easily, and the moment he turns, he leaves you behind. The whole defense was in what's to say? Let's just say confused. The whole defense was confused. Gabriel is in a different position. Saliba was in a different position, and Saliba gave away the penalty. I think if he didn't give away the penalty, it could still have been a goal, because Sane was in his left foot in the box. I think he would still have scored. Maybe some of you would say, let him score. Do you think it was a good foul? I think, yeah, I guess, because he was still going to score. As you can see, he was running towards his left foot. He still would have scored. And Saliba fouled him, tripped him, penalty to Bayern Munich. And these things only happen when I thought you were done with Harry Kane and penalties. The very same season we come up against Bayern Munich, and then we end up giving Kane another penalty, and he's never going to miss. And from that point on as well, I don't know why David Raya jumped that early, dived that early from the penalty. He basically just gave Kane the goal, but Kane rarely misses penalties. I still don't understand how he missed the World Cup one. 2-1 to Bayern Munich, and that point on, you're in trouble, because you've let them score 2 goals. But when I did the preview, I did say Bayern Munich can score goals. Where the problem is their defense and their midfield. You can score goals against them, but they can easily score goals against you as well. Even in a bad season, they've still scored 8, they've still scored 7, I think they've scored 5. They can still score goals, Bayern Munich. They have Kane, they have Sane, they can still score goals. And from that point on, it was going to be hard for us, because we need to attack. They're going to get more space. And you saw from that point on, Sane was getting so many chances. Gnabry was getting so many opportunities to run to our defense. And at halftime, we had to sort it out. We brought in, surprisingly, we brought in for Zinchenko for Kivio. I know why, because Zinchenko is going to help us more dominate possession going forward. But next game, it has to be Tomiyasu. It has to be Tomiyasu against Sane one-on-one defending, because we can't play Kivio against Sane. And I'm also not sure about giving Zinchenko 70 minutes against Sane. That will be a nightmare. So I would definitely start Tomias for that game. Now, second half, things become a little bit harder. Zinchenko came in for Kivio. The first 50 minutes was a bit quiet. So obviously, they were trying to slow the game down. Bayern Munich, they had the advantage. They were 2-1 up. They didn't even know they were going to get 2 goals at our place. All they have to do is defend well. Don't give Arsenal any chances and try to catch them out on a break. And they have Sane, they have Gnabry. Quick players. Bro, every time Sane got that ball, my heart was, I don't know where, man. I was so nervous because he's so quick, man. We couldn't catch him. He's so quick, man. He's so quick. We have to find a way to put him out of the game in the second leg, even if it means, I don't know. We can't really go away from our game. First of all, you have to start Tomiyasu for sure. And Martinelli and Saka are usually good defensively, but then I'm thinking again, Jesus did some incredible work defensively against Man City. We might have to play him again on the left side and ask him to do a lot of defensive work. I don't know. So still 2-1 to them. Trossard came on for Gabriel Martinelli. We went attacking. Jesus came on for Jorginho. We asked Declan Rice to go to the number 6 position, and then Havertz coming back to midfield, Odegaard, and then up front Trossard, Jesus, and also Saka. And literally 10 minutes later, we get a goal. Trossard is an incredible player, man. He's so good. Those touches from Jesus, I said in the preview, Jesus has been our best player in the Champions League this season. Those touches from Jesus in the box, tricky area, and that pass to Trossard and that finish from Leo was absolutely incredible to make it 2-2. That gives you a chance, because if you lose that game, it becomes a nightmare to go and try and win there. But a draw, you basically need to go and take your chances this time and defend better than you did last game. And basically, it's 0-0, and we're going to Bayern Munich to start the game all over. No longer playing at our place. We now have to approach that game as one game. We have a one-leg tie against Bayern Munich away from home. Can we go there and get a result? That is what we'll need to do. But a very good finish from Trossard, very good assist from Jesus. Partey did come on later for Havertz. He did come on and get a yellow card and give away the ball, but I do agree. Sometimes if you come on for the last 5 minutes against the likes of Coman, you have to get into the game. And maybe for me, I'm not going to shout like start Partey for sure second leg. My problem is the left side where Sane is. That is why I want us to make changes. The other changes, I don't know. I don't mind if Partey starts. I don't mind if Jesus starts up front. I don't know. But for me, I want the left side. We need to watch out for the left side, because we were still creating chances in the first 30 minutes of that game. We had like 9 shots. There's a time we had 9 shots. We had 1 goal, and they had 2 shots. They had 2 goals. So they were clinical. That is what we need to be also in the Champions League. Champions League, you cannot get too many chances. You have to be clinical. Like the way Saka was for the first goal, you get a chance to score. You cannot miss. You get a chance to score. Unfortunately, Ben White got one. I think he missed. Was it Odegaard or someone? There's someone else who got a chance and missed. There was a header from Kivia as well that he missed. You need to take those chances. You need to take those chances. But Coman hits the post in the 89th minute. I was so happy to see Sane going off. He was killing us completely, and Gnabry going off as well. But now we know what to expect in the second leg. You now know Sane is going to be there again. You now know we can't get... Kane didn't get in now. Kane in the second half, when you're trying to score, he was getting a lot of the ball. And Kane is not just a striker. He's also like a number 10. He comes to the midfield and gives those passes to Coman and Son, and he's very good. But I don't think he really like dominated Saliba or Gabriel or anything like that. So you saw the problems today. Sane and Gnabry on the other side. So the wing positions defensively, I don't think quite got exposed too much, but the left side, Kivia in the first half, Sane went past him like 3 or 4 times. Zinchenko came in. I think he did do well a couple of times in terms of the defending, but you're still giving away the ball 2 or 3 times. We need to do something with the left side. So I'm thinking, I don't think Arteta will go and play like the same way we played today there. I think he's going to do the same thing he did against Man City. I think we're going to go there and play a very boring game. The way Man City game, people said it was boring. I think we're going to do the same thing there. I think you're going to go there and try and get 1 chance or 2 chances and just defend. He might even play a back 5. Who knows? Tomiyasu, Kivio, Gabriel, Saliba, and Ben White. I doubt, but I would not be surprised to see that. I'd not be surprised to see Partey starting next to Rice in midfield and play a 4-2-3-1, 2 holding midfielders instead of just 1. I think you're going to do something like that to watch out for Musiala, Sane, and all those guys. But we are still in the game. We didn't lose. It's a draw, but it's going to be tough. But we're going to have to now go there and prove ourselves. If we go there and prove ourselves, you win the game, then we are very serious about everything this season. But 2-2 draw against them. I didn't expect an easy game, no. I predicted Arsenal to win, but I didn't expect an easy game. They're very good attacking-wise. That's why I tweeted earlier today, you cannot lie to us. Don't say Arsenal should beat Bayern. Nah. Bayern are still a very good team. Yes, they've been poor in the league, but even the score they've been putting in the league, they haven't really had Sane, Neuer, Coman. All of them are back today, and you can see their qualities, and they definitely have more experience in the Champions League than us. You can't just expect to go and beat them 4-0. So if we go there and win, it's either going to be like a 1-0 or penalties or something like that. I don't think we're going to go there and smash them 3-1 or anything like that. They might even score fast and we'll need to come back and draw 1-1 or whatever. But we are going to get chances now. We need to go there and take them. We need to do well with the squad. I think Jesus might have to start. Tomiyasu has to start. We need to defend better. So let's see. They didn't even... In terms of shots, they did have a few chances, but if we didn't make that mistake, we basically gave to them a goal and gave them a penalty. They didn't really open us up apart from the time they hit the post. So it's not going to be easy, man. This is the Champions League. And if you beat Bayern, you're going to face Man City or Real Madrid. Did you see their game? Incredible, man. So it's not going to be easy to win the competition. Let's see. I read this one. Kivio, mistakes made the difference. Long comment from Mubaira. He says Arsenal, let's read that. Arsenal have gotten over the initial panic of meeting Munich after our poor record against them 15 years ago. Our boys have gone head-to-head with them today and settled the initial nerves of playing Bayern. I do agree with that. You've now seen what to expect from Bayern. Remember that almost all our players, including Jesus and Zinchenko, have never played Champions League in their lives, and the Chelsea players as well. Talk less of... playing in the quarterfinals. The show of nerves was expected. Remember that Arsenal love away matches. I do agree with all of that. I didn't expect us to blitz them. Yes, they've been playing really well, but they still definitely have more experience than us in the Champions League, and we are very new at this stage. So luck has to be on your side in the Champions League. You have to take your chances and don't make mistakes, because if you make mistakes, you're going to be punished. You see that chance that we gave Gnabry. If we were playing, no disrespect, but if you're playing against like a Sheffield United, if Gabriel and Kivio make that mistake, maybe Sheffield don't make that through pass to Gnabry and they pass it back and you don't concede the goal. But against Bayern, Madrid, against those teams, they're very quick. If you make a mistake, you're going to be punished. But still 2-2, still hope. I know many people expect us to go out. I know that. Well, I don't really care about what people think, but as Mubarak says, we are good away from home. We need to go there and show it. You have to defend very, very well. No mistakes again and take your chances. And let's hope Solomon is right. We are going to beat them. Lee says definitely a penalty. Charles says nervousness was our low point at the back. No need to ruffle feathers at the back though. But to discuss this in-house, yes, we definitely need to sort it out. We still have a game before that, though. We need to go and do our job against Aston Villa and then think about Bayern Munich. In football, it's not an over 90 minutes. We can do it at their home ground. You never know what is going to happen. 3 or 4 things could happen. We could go there, they could beat us 4-0. We could go there and have a 2-0 lead within the first 10 minutes. We could go there and have a boring 0-0 all the way to penalties, or it could be the same way it was today. Maybe this time we go there and they score fast, and then we get 2 goals, and then they get 2 goals to make it 2-2. It could go either way, and I'm ready for either way, because I know Bayern are not an easy team. Maybe not the 4-0, though. I expect it needs to be tighter than that. Just to say, Saka should have scored instead of finding a penalty. I don't think he dived, but if he wasn't really touched, he was touched, but I don't know if he's the one who put his leg there. But if he had the chance of passing the goalkeeper and scoring, I don't know why you would go down there. If he did that, that is terrible, because I don't think you should go down in that position. That was a big chance of scoring there. Ken should have had 2 yellow cards. Even that one, Hellbo, should have been even a straight red card. That was a pen, says Samuel. Arsenal win at Allianz, says away, so that would be big. If you go there and win, that would be massive. KKK, interesting name, says Kivio was awful. I don't know. I don't think he was awful. I just think Sane was better than him. I think there's a little bit of difference. There's a couple of times where you see if a player plays up against Salah and gets dominated, I don't think it means they're terrible. It just means the opponent is way better and you need to find a different way to stop them. The reason why when Saka has the ball, there's like 2 players marking him is because of that. When Salah has the ball, there's like 2 or 3 players marking him. There's a reason. You can't have Sane being marked by 1 player. You have to have 1 or 2 players marking him, because if he passes one, there has to be another one, because those players have a lot of speed, a lot of quality. They can literally just get past you. Let's see. Alicia says, I believe that's why guys are going to get the job done in the second leg. Come on, Gunners. Fortune says, Kivio Costas. Also, I don't agree that start playing him there against Sane, really. I knew it was going to be trouble. That's why I said you have to play Tomiyasu in a game like this. Now we've seen. Now in the second leg, you don't start Kiwi against Sane again. Now he knows, and potentially bring in Jesus and Partey as well. Now we know. We make the game difficult for ourselves, says Prince. Yep, the mistakes. Serge Gnabry might miss the second leg also due to hamstring injury, says Prince. He was good, but my problem is still Sane. I still think White can deal with Gnabry. The goal came from a mistake. He wouldn't have really gotten that chance if he didn't make a mistake. But Sane, he was making things happen for himself. Alicia says, let's forget about that. I know I won't make the kind of mistakes in the second leg. I believe that. I am good, ST. The ref has denied us a penalty, says David. Jesus is better off as a number 9. Trossard has more quality than Martinelli. Kivio can't play left back in a serious game. He's always getting cooked. I don't know. It depends on what you consider a serious game. I still feel like against Aston Villa and Brighton, those are still serious games. He can still play in those games. But, for example, we can't go to Real Madrid and then if Vinicius plays on the right side, we go and play, I don't know, Zinchenko or Kivio there on the fullback positions. You're going to be cooked for sure. If you play like that, you need to have players who are very good at marking and probably have 2 players marking the same player. But Kiwi in a game like this at left back, I think it's kind of also putting him in danger. Maybe center back, he might manage, but full back against Sane, that is crazy. Jesus as a number 9, I don't mind Jesus as a number 9 or left side. On the left side, something you also need to realize, Francis Jesus does a lot of defensive work on the right side, on the wings. Whenever he plays on the wings, he does a lot of defensive work. So Martinelli does as well, but I think over the last couple of months, Jesus has been better in terms of defensive work. And I don't know, Martinelli still doesn't look as quick as he was before the injury, maybe still not yet fully fit, I don't know. But personally, I definitely start Jesus in that game. And some of you would argue start both Trossard and Jesus. This is the stage where experience counts, says Daniel. One of our undoing tonight is an experience of most of our boys. We can overcome them next week at Bayern Munich. Well done to the boys and good luck next week. Live from Uganda says Eston, I have hope in me that we are going to win the semi-final. I'll come to the rest of the comments. Let's do the player ratings. And let me see what I'm going to give these players out of 10. So Arsenal 2, Bayern Munich 2 player ratings. Let's start with David Raya. Made a couple of saves, but as I say, the first goal I think came from started from him confusing the entire defense, and Gnabry put the ball in between his legs as well. But apart from that, I don't think he was too shaky apart from that moment. But ultimately, still considered 2 goals, still was part of the kind of error. So did he make any? He made a couple of saves, but not incredible saves or anything like that. So I'm going to give David Raya a 6 out of 10. Maybe that is even too high, but I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Ben White. Ben White is going forward. Ben White going forward these days is very good. I don't think he was very bad in terms of going forward over the past few years, but these days he's going forward and overlapping very well. And he actually, on his side, it looks like we're going to get a few assists from his side. Every time he has the ball, I feel like he's going to put in a good cross. For the goal, he's the one I think who played Gnabry onside. But I don't think Gnabry completely dominated him. But also there was a chance that hit the post that came from his side as well. So not the best performance, but I'm going to give him that as well. This is very low for these players. I usually give them 8s or 9s. So I don't think it was a calamity, but a couple mistakes here and there. 6 out of 10 for Ben White. Kivio, he was involved in both goals, actually. I don't know if it was a bad pass from Gabriel or Kivio was not even looking at Gabriel. So I don't know what that was about. Maybe Gabriel should have cleared the ball, but he was dominated. And that is why you're subbed off at halftime because that was a tough game for him. And up against Sane, I don't think we did him any favors. I would not have started him in that position, but being outrun is a different thing with being turned, and Sane turned him very easily because Kivio was here and Sane was in front of him, and Sane turned him and went past him, and they went and got a penalty. So 4 out of 10 for Kivio. Not the best performance at all. Actually, terrible performance. So 4 out of 10. The centre backs. Again, both goals that we considered, each one of them came from one of them. Saliba penalty one. I mean, I think he kind of had to foul him anyway. I think Sane would have scored anyway, even if he left him. But I think Sane is just too quick. There's a couple of players that just look at him like, yeah, it's really hard to like keep these players quiet. Literally just went past like 6 players. We couldn't do anything about it. But he gave away a penalty, and I think they still dealt well with Kane. I don't think Kane got too many chances or anything like that. Maybe it could be the way Bayern were playing today or anything like that. But I don't think it was a calamity, but he still gave away a penalty. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10 Saliba. I'm going to watch the game again and see if I should have given them higher if there was any time that they won like a one-on-one that Kane was about to pass, anything like that. 5 for Saliba. Gabriel, for the rest of the game, you're still good. The passes from Gabriel and Saliba are still good. There's some long passes they do over the top to Martinelli and to Saka. But again, that pass to Kivio again. As I said, Kivio was terrible, but I feel like Arteta and Gabriel put him in a couple of bad positions. Like that pass to Kivio as well. He had like a player right behind him. I think Gabriel should just have cleared the ball from that position. 5 out of 10 for Gabriel as well. Again, I'm going to rewatch the game, but hopefully that is fair enough. Raya, maybe even Raya is lucky to get a 6 because I feel like he's the one who actually as well that David Raya, the penalty, I don't know why he was jumping that early. That was also calamitous. I don't know why Raya jumped that early for the penalty. He basically gave himself no chance to save that penalty. So I am going to give David Raya 5 out of 10, Gabriel a 5 out of 10, Saliba 5 out of 10, Kivia 4, and Ben White a 6 out of 10. Hopefully that is fair enough. Jorginho, I don't think Jorginho was too bad. Was he? Like there's a part where I felt like, oh my goodness, we definitely need to bring in Partey. Jorginho is terrible. I don't think he was bad at all. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm going to give Jorginho. Was he dominated in midfield? I don't think he was dominated. And Musiala for our players. Sorry if you can't hear me. The network went a little bit down. But Jorginho, I am going to give Jorginho 7 out of 10 for today. Wasn't the best performance at all from our defenders, but from midfielders, I think it is okay. So 7 out of 10 for Jorginho. Declan Rice, the pass was literally he was put out of the game with that pass, I think, from Sane to Declan Rice. Ranking the midfielders in this game is a little bit hard. So I'm going to give Declan Rice a 7 out of 10 for this game. Maybe it should have been a 6. I think 7 out of 10 is fair enough. I would give him a 7 out of 10. Next up, Odegaard. Very good passes. Every goal that you score, Odegaard is usually involved. The pressing and all that, I think, is okay. I am also going to give him a 7 out of 10. Martin Odegaard, I think that is fair enough. Bukayo Saka, he scored the goal. He was always involved in the play. He should have done better maybe a couple of times, but he scored our goal. So I am going to give Saka a 7 out of 10. He needs to do obviously more in the second leg, but as you can see, when Saka has the ball, there's like 2 players marking him. The way they're doing it with Saka, we need to do it with Sane as well. So Saka 7 out of 10. Martinelli, not the best performance at all. That's why people are actually asking for Trossard to play instead of him in the second leg. So if he had played incredibly well today, maybe people wouldn't have been asking for that. So I am going to give Martinelli a 6 out of 10 for today. Not the best performance. So 6 out of 10 for Gabriel Martinelli. Up front, Kai Havertz, a little bit quiet today, to be honest. When he came to midfield, he was making tackles and getting involved in the play and all that. There's a couple of times in the first 30 minutes of the game, Havertz and Odegaard are winning the ball in the final third, but wasn't involved for too long and didn't get too many chances today, to be honest. So 6 out of 10. I wouldn't mind to see Jesus there in the next game and maybe Havertz in midfield. I don't know. Havertz come on in the second half. Havertz 6 out of 10 for today. So that's the player ratings for the players who started. From the bench, I think Jesus and Trossard are incredible after coming off the bench, so we might need to find space for at least one of them in the second leg. Jesus came on, looked like he was going to score. He got the assist for the goal. Incredible work from him. Actually, the man of the match today might come off the bench. I'm going to give Jesus an 8/10, I think, for that. 8 out of 10. I think he was very good when he came on, so 8 out of 10. Trossard. I think I'm also going to give Trossard. Is 8 too high for Trossard? No, I mean, he scored our goal. I think Trossard and Jesus were really good when they came on, so there's that as well. If they didn't come on, I don't think we'd have had a very good chance against these players. So Trossard, 8 out of 10 for today, as well, off the bench. He's been a very good player for us. As you can see, he's scoring every single week he's playing, so we might need to find a way to start him in that game as well. I don't know. It depends on how we approach the game. If we approach the game like attack, I don't think we will. Maybe still start Saka and Martinelli. But if you want to dominate possession and I don't know, stuff like that, then you start Trossard, maybe Jesus. If you want to go out and maybe play Jesus on the left side. Trossard 8 out of 10. Who else came off the bench? Zinchenko came off the bench at halftime. Now, there's a couple of times Zinchenko's giving very good passes, going forward. He was giving some good passes. I'm like, yeah, this is what we needed. But defensive wise, a couple of good tackles, but a couple of times he got past too easily. Once I think it was offside. But I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Zinchenko 6 out of 10. I think that is fair enough. Who else came on? Partey. I don't know. I mean, he was okay for like 2 minutes, but he was also a bit of a disaster for 2 minutes. He gave away a ball. He gave away a yellow card. He got a yellow card as well. So Thomas Partey for today, I am going to give him 6 out of 10. I think 6 out of 10 is fair enough for Thomas Partey. Now, Arteta for today, I don't agree with starting Kivior ahead of Tomiyasu for a game like this. Unless Tomiyasu is not yet fit to play fully in a game like this, maybe that could be a reason. I don't know. But we need Tomiyasu in a game like this. So I am going to give Zinchenko 6 out of 10. Partey 6 out of 10. Arteta, why did I go back to Zinchenko? I had a brain freeze. You don't start Kivior against Sane. Subs, I'm okay with it. We went for it. We brought in Jesus for Jorginho. We brought in Trossard for Gabriel Martinelli. That's I'm okay with that. But we came back from behind as well, but we also lost a lead. I don't think for the first goal. I mean, I was going to say you can't blame Arteta, but I'm also going to say, he's the one who started Kivior, and I was not really happy with Kivior in this game. But we ultimately got a draw. We need a huge game in the second leg. He needs a big game in the second leg. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I think that is fair enough. Not too high, not too low. It was a 2-2 draw. It didn't lose, but you need a big second leg. Who would you guys vote for your man of the match? It's very, very tough to vote for your man of the match in this game. Very, very tough. If we are signing another striker, I would still keep him in the team, says Adewale. Busy says Gunners must put more effort next game in Munich. We must be in the semis. Rare 6 says Erukudi. Atama start Tommy at the left side next week. I agree. Guy must have chewed his prophecy of doom over Arsenal. However, let's focus on the EPL and fight it out as we take a breather before the second leg. We definitely need to go for it against Aston Villa. There's no taking breathers at all. Babatope says we may be a bit lucky against them next week as Nabri has picked up hamstring injury. Alphonso Davies has also picked up another yellow card, meaning 2 key players are out for Bayern next week, Wednesday. That's true. Martinelli, Kivior, Ray, and Zinchenko were not in the match today, says Rashid. Also, Partey seems and looks rusty. Yeah, he looked very rusty. I was like, oh my goodness. I don't know. If he wants to start him against Bayern, then you have to give him maybe a start against Aston Villa. Personally, as I said, I don't have a problem with Jorginho starting. My problem is the left side. Saka could have scored if he didn't do that silly foul, says Diane. I'm going to rewatch it again and see how it goes and see what I missed in that game. Zini played well, says Wisdom. I think going forward, he played well. Also, defensively, he wasn't really exposed, but there was maybe once or twice the ball went over him. One of them was offside, luckily for him, but it's not easy, man. I still know, like, getting to play against players like that is not easy. Sane and Gnabry and Coman, you have to be very, very solid, very, very solid. So big one next week. We have to move on straight to the Aston Villa game. Think about the Aston Villa game. You need to get 3 points there and stay top of the table. And then after that, you watch out for Bayern Munich next week and see what you're going to do better. Score your chances. Don't miss any chances. Don't make mistakes. If you make a mistake, you get punished. So today, 2 mistakes, done. It's a goal. You make 2 mistakes, it's a goal. And those are the only 2 shots they had in the first half. You make a mistake, you get punished. They're not going to give you any opportunities. It's going to be very, very hard. So still happy that we got the draw. Thanks to Jesus and Trossard in the second half. They were really, really good. Thankfully, they helped us out. So basically, you have to go there and not lose. If you go there and not lose, it means you either win or you go all the way to penalties. It's not going to be easy. Bayern obviously better at home than they are away from home, but you need to go there and do our job. Michael says that time I substitute Saka and Martinelli. Long time ago, I guess you mean Martinelli, yeah. Saka, I still don't know about Saka, because unless you bring in and you play Jesus on the right side, I still don't like Martinelli on the right side. So that is something that I don't like talking about the transfer window right now, but that is something we definitely need to sort out in this transfer window. We need a backup for Saka seriously, because I don't know, in very many games these days, it looks like he's very tired. It looks like he needs like a 2-month break or something. And I still need to watch that penalty back. There's still a part of me that feels like he kicked out a bit. I don't know. He looked very angry, though. He looked very mad at the referee at the end. So I don't know. They didn't really show us the replay of that too many times. So it's going to be interesting. But we got to draw against Bayern Munich 2-2. Second leg next week, Wednesday. No time to waste. The other game had Real Madrid 3, Man City 3. So it's going to be interesting to see how it approaches that game next week, whether we are going to go and play like we did against Man City away and try and get a 0-0 all the way to penalties, or are we going to go there? This is the ideal thing to happen at Bayern Munich. You go there and you get an early goal, that would be stuff of dreams. If you can go there and get an early goal, make it 1-0, then defend the way we've been defending. Forget about the nerves you've now played against them. Don't open up the game. There's a period there between like the 13th minute and the 30th minute. The game was too open, man. Sane was driving forward. Gnabry was driving forward. Ben White was on the other side of the pitch. Saliba was pushing forward. We are leaving too many spaces behind. We cannot let them do that to us. For all the games in the Premier League, apart from when we play Man City, we usually play the way we want to play. You know, the other teams are the ones who are forced to play the way we want to play. So they sit back and watch us play the game, dominate the possession. But today, Bayern Munich kind of made us play their game, their counter-attack game, and they were, opening up the game. We were going forward, they were going forward, we were going forward. We don't want that to happen. You need to keep it tighter in the second leg. And that starts with starting Tomiyasu in that game, potentially maybe starting Partey. As I said, I don't really have a problem with Partey and Jorginho. Whoever starts and the other one gets 30 minutes, that is fine. Left side, I don't know. I personally want Tomiyasu, Jesus, and Trossard to start that second leg. I don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to play Havertz in midfield, or is he going to play Partey and Rice? I don't know. I think he's still going to start Havertz for the experience point and all that. So Jesus, though, I need Jesus to start that game. I'm having a tough time to choose who. It would be great if he can start both Jesus and Trossard, but that means benching both Martinelli and Havertz. I'm sure some of you do not really have a problem with that, because I don't think Havertz was great today and I don't think Martinelli was great today. So it might be a case of seeing how they do against Aston Villa and then see who we are going to play against Bayern Munich next week. It's still not yet over. I know some people would say 3-0 Bayern Munich next week, 4-0. But remember, if I look at the stats, let me just check the stats and see how many. I want to see something. We had 13 shots today. Bayern had 8. But look at this. Bayern Munich had 2 shots on target. So those are the only 2 shots on target they had, the goals that we gave them in the first half. They didn't have any other shots on target. But it's different because you're now going to their place. But we also had 13 shots. We had 4 on target. Let's see. There were not too many corner kicks today. Let's see. They had 3 big chances. We had 2. I think one of them was the one that they hit the post with. They were really counter-attacking us. We still had more touches in their box than they had in ours. We dominated the possession, 59%. They still had a better XG than us, so they had 2 better chances. The penalty obviously boosts that, but we need to play our game next week. We can't let them play their game. But is that at their home, they have the Champions League heritage everyone keeps talking about. If you go there and win, you send a very big message. If you go and beat Aston Villa and you beat Bayern Munich, you send a very, very big message. But as people have said, Alphonso Davies is out next week. Gnabry could be out next week. We need to find a way to mark Sane and Gabriel Saliba. Keep on doing your job against Kane. Maybe I should have given them high in the player ratings because I don't think Kane got too many chances today. He was very quiet apart from the passes he made from midfield and the penalty. But in their place, it's going to be even more. They now have a crowd there. They didn't have any fans in England today. They're going to have a crowd there. So their fans are there now. They have the home advantage. They could start Coman instead of Gnabry now. Defensively, I still think they're a bit weak defensively. We need to take advantage of that. We need to go there not scared. I do understand most of our players, even our fans, are scared. Most of us have not seen Arsenal playing in a Champions League quarterfinal since 2010. So this is a very new experience for us, We've not really been making quarterfinals and semifinals a lot. So it's tough. But we need to take your chances, defend well, and hope things go well. So I appreciate you guys watching. I think our next game, is it Sunday? Why don't I know the next game? And I was really focused on the Champions League. I don't even know our next game. It's not going to be easy, man. If you're going to win a trophy this season, we are going to need to keep on defending well. Don't make any mistakes. Take your chances. We need to. I think every player has their game. There's games that you're going to play Zinchenko. There's games you're going to need to play Kivior. There's games you're going to need to play Tomiyasu. So it's not going to be easy, man. It's not going to be easy. But next week, the first thing I need to see is Tomiyasu in the lineup because the things Sunny did to us, they're not great. So we are playing on Sunday. And then after that, we're playing on Wednesday against Bayern Munich. So it's not going to be easy, guys. It's not going to be easy. But I'm still not scared. I'm still not, apart from scared of Sunny, I'm not scared of the game itself, and I'm still hopeful that you can go through. I'm not like giving up, like, oh no, we're going to that place, we're going to lose. No. We've still gone to Liverpool and draw. We've still gone to Man City and drew this season. So that is giving me confidence that you can go away to a team and win. The truth is, though, in the Champions League this season away from home, we've not been good. We lost to FC Porto away. We lost to Lens away. We drew PSV away. And we beat Sevilla 2-1. So we've not really been that great away from home. Need a lot of luck as well. And hopefully whoever starts next week, no mistakes. If you don't give them any errors, try and score early, and let's hope things work out for us. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button. We'll be back tomorrow with the news video. I appreciate it, and catch up with you guys on the next one.